How you going, people? All right, that's pretty good shooting. I'm so damn tired of people and those damn signs, man. I'll never do a giveaway again. If anybody ever even mentions me talking about a damn giveaway or trying to give something out, freaking shoot me in the damn head. I can't even open an email or do anything. Where's my sign? You said you'd bring it. I'm so fed up. Anyway, trying to move on. So this video here, dash cam footage, Little Rock police shooting. When I first saw the video, I thought the cop was wrong. After I read what the stop was for, I thought the cop was wrong. And after watching the whole video a second time, I think the cop was wrong. And I don't know if the guy's black or white that they shot. But since the FBI's involved or the DOJ's involved, I'm assuming the guy's black because that's the only time they get involved. So let's take a look at this footage here.
Hands. Send me some units. I got them at gunpoint. Roll your window down. Roll the window down.
Okay, so the officer, this is kind of a long video, so I can't play it first and then go back over it. The officer says, I got him at gunpoint, and now he's talking to the guy. Look, man, I don't know what kind of training you guys are at, but if you got a guy at gunpoint and you're by yourself, then just stay by your damn car and keep him at gunpoint. Why are you trying to have him at gunpoint, communicate with the radio, trying to get back up, and trying to deal with a guy? That's too much freaking danger for you. I mean, that's how cops get killed. But, you know, this cop didn't get killed. He ended up killing somebody. I don't think he needed to kill this dude. Dude was a stolen car. He finds out afterwards, you're going to figure out in this video, the girlfriend yells he's got a gun or tells the officer he's got a gun. But, I mean, now let's go.
Traffic for Young 61.
All right, get out.
Okay, so dispatch did good. Hold your traffic. When somebody's at gunpoint, most cops know to shut the hell up, but somebody that's just coming on duty or getting off or getting out of court will turn on their radio and they might start doing BS traffic. Hey, man, I'm 10-8. I got to go to some follow-up, you know, and they don't know there's emergency. So doing that code 33, putting the alert tone or dispatch saying, hey, hold your traffic, good job on her. Officer is still communicating with the guy while he's got him at gunpoint. You can't control a gun, try to open a door, fight a suspect, and stop a car with your gun in your hand. I know you guys think you're freaking super cops with your badges nowadays because you're not held accountable for anything. You just run around shooting anything that freaking moves. But I'm telling you, you're freaking your license, and that's why I don't really give a shit when I see cops get killed. I'm like, you guys are being freaking idiots. You deserve to get shot.
Get out. Get out. I'll explain to you in a second. Get out. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Dude, get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Okay, so I want to go back here to what the suspect said. Didn't he say, what you gonna shoot me for? So, see, the problem with auto theft, and again, I worked auto theft in the highest auto theft crime city in the United States. Sacramento is #1 for auto theft. And I worked task force for 3 years there. And I'm telling you, auto theft guys, yeah, they have guns. Yeah, they have dope. Yeah, they steal cars to commit other crimes. So a lot of times there's other crimes involved in auto theft. But auto theft itself, it's a felony, but it's not a shootable felony. It's not a violent felony. It's only violent when a guy drives like a maniac, runs and starts being chased by the cops, and then runs over people and kills. Then it becomes violent. But auto theft, unless it's a carjacking, is not a violent charge. So, but because it's a felony, cops treat it like a felony. Hey, felony stops. Guy belongs on the ground. He gets out of the car, does a felony stop, and you prone him out. That's how you do felony stops. Pretty much all over the United States. If a guy's a felony, you put him out and you prone him out. Hands up, don't move. Get on the ground. You approach him on the ground. You do a good control hold and you get him in cuffs. Now, obviously, felony mail fraud, that isn't needed, but that's the same way. You know, but anyway, why are you going to shoot me? The guy's like, dude, man, I just stole a car or whatever. All right, here's the guy still trying to, you know, argue with a guy, talk on the radio. He's by himself. He's called him for cover, and he's told him that he's got one at gunpoint, and he's still trying to deal with the suspect by himself. That is a bad move. And there's 2 people in the car. So, you know, for this cop to be claiming later fear, remember, totality of circumstances, Why are you dealing with two people running around talking to him at gunpoint instead of waiting for freaking backup at the safety of your car? If you were really scared, and this is what's pissing me off about cops nowadays, if they're really scared to be shooting everything that freaking moves, why are they doing so much crap by themselves? Because they're not scared. They're overextending themselves. They're putting themselves in a position so they're justified legally to shoot. Morally, I think it's outrageous.
Get out of the car. He's refusing to get out of the car. Dude,
Well, that's a shocker. You got him at gunpoint and you don't want to get out of the car. Gee, nobody's ever done that before. I realize he's updating dispatch. He's doing good. I'm already jaded because I saw the guy jump in front of the damn car and shoot this guy when he didn't need to.
get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car, dude.
Okay, right here is the key point that I want you to see. This officer is backing up and the car is going slow. He is not trying to run the officer over. He's not trying to ram the guy. He is simply going to pull away and leave. And the cop kills him for leaving. Now look, the fleeing felony rule, and I know people are going to come here because they're always trying to trip me up thinking that I'm double talking. You're not consistent. You change your mind. Look, pay attention, you freaking idiots. All right? Fleeing felon rule, you have to justify why the guy's a danger to the public. Now, if it comes out that this guy has already ran over two people from running, I'll change my mind on the shooting. I will not change my mind about dummy, cop, corporal, with stripes, whatever the hell he is, getting in front of the damn car so he can shoot a guy. If he's really that scared, why didn't he have both hands on the gun? Why isn't he in that fetal response, that immediate, not your Weaver stance, but your isosceles, to where you're crouching and you're scared, you go into that fight or flight? This cop isn't scared. He's walking in front of the vehicle and he's talking on his radio and he's holding his gun with one hand. And it just irritates the hell out of me that he's going to shoot this guy multiple times. Now he goes to two hands because it bumped into him and he leaned. Notice he's leaning. He's shooting in front of the car. He doesn't want to get in front of the car where he might actually get run over, which would really justify his fear. He's at the side of the car, leaning into the car so he can say the car hit him and pushed him. This is almost premeditated. I want to shoot this guy, so I'm going to create the exigency. I am totally against this shooting, guys. Sorry. Yeah, he's a fleeing felon. Yeah, he stole a car. Yeah, he may be a piece of shit. But that does not excuse what government is being allowed to get away with. People keep confusing the fact that government needs to be held in check. The guy that got hit in the face and kicked and kneed for spitting on somebody, I don't have a problem with him getting his butt kicked and kicked. I got a problem with government handcuffing him and then doing it under the guise of government power. I got a problem with government creating an agency, averting the law that says I can't shoot this guy unless he's a threat. He's not a threat, so I'm going to make him a threat by leaning and getting in front of his car so I can... This is the crap I'm cracking on CHP all the time doing, and these other agencies are going by their playbook to be just as stupid as they are. Dude, this is a BS shooting. I am not for this at all. Car stops. After he's shot, he's going to drive. Notice the guy. I'm so scared. I'm going to hold my hand with gun hand. I'm going to move in front of the car, which creates more of a danger. I'm not running from the car. I'm not seeking cover. I'm not trying to get out of the way so I don't get run over. I'm going to move in front of the car, take a one-handed unsolid grip, reach for the radio and start communicating that shots are fired. Really? Unstinking believable. BS shooting. Look at him. Still got one hand on the radio. He's so scared, he's not even trying to balance himself on the car or to push himself out of the way. He's just kind of shooting hell. He's probably shooting somebody in the trailer park over here minding their own business. I mean, it's just outrageous what this guy did. Now after he gets shots fired off, he's leaning on the car just shooting. Notice the poor victim, another kind citizen that government is coming to help. She's in a car, her hands are up, and this dude's firing like freaking it's the Alamo. And, I mean, what happens if he hits and kills her? Well, you know, sorry, he's government. It doesn't count. They're going to charge a guy who's asleep in his house and cops walk in and he shoots the cops in the middle of the night. They're going to charge him with manslaughter. And this double standard of government is getting so out of control and so tyrannical in this country, it's outrageous. And I don't know what it's going to take before people to say enough's enough and everybody starts running over cops. But I'm telling you, this is BS. Every time a cop does something, it's justified. And every time a citizen with a gun does it, they're in the wrong and they're getting arrested. And the double standard, when the laws don't apply to everybody, they don't apply to anybody. And you know what? It's just a matter of time, but this is a BS shooting in my book, guys. Now, you see this car over here comes in and rams him. And I don't know if this window pops because of the impact or if it pops because this guy's shooting so freaking wildly that he ends up shooting this girl. So let's see when this window pops here. She's rolling down a window like, what the hell? This cop's going to kill me. Okay, so it breaks when a cop hits him. I thought it was a bullet shot when I first saw it because it happened quick. But it's actually this other car ramming the car. So this cop who rams the car is so concerned about this cop's safety who jumps in front of the car, who's shooting into the car blindly. He rams the passenger door of the woman with her hands up. Man, what the hell, people? And I know people are, you know, you look at this video at first and you're just like, oh, that sounds reasonable. A guy tried to run him over. It's freaking BS. Now he's on the ground. Look how scared he is. Is he afraid that this guy's going to shoot him? Is he really scared of this guy? He's on his knees looking at this guy holding his chest. Yeah. Well, maybe if you hadn't jumped in front of the freaking car, you wouldn't be on the ground. Maybe you wouldn't have to kill somebody and take somebody's life, so you got a great story now about how you killed somebody. How you used your gun. Get in the car! Now, the second cop that says get out of the car, remember, he's acting on what he knows. And that's where people are. This cop is driving up. He sees a cop. If you'll notice on this front here, I'll try to zoom in on this other one. Notice right up here. When this cop pulls up, the cop's in front of the car shooting. This guy is authorized deadly force legally from his mindset. Because when he pulls up, he sees a car trying to run a cop over and a cop shooting his gun, defending himself. So in this cop's mind, he's authorized to shoot the driver much more than this guy who jumped from a point of safety in front of a moving car to create exigency. But remember, force is justified by what's in the mind of the person. So even though he doesn't know that this cop jumped in front and created this, he gets to authorize deadly force and gets protected because the only thing he knows is he pulls up and he sees a person in danger, and therefore he can shoot to defend himself or others. So he can use deadly force. So anybody that cracks on this cop would be wrong legally, but unfortunately this cop is acting on the fruits of the poisonous tree of this cop, and fruits of poisonous tree is more about evidence than this, but basically when things start out bad because you do something wrong, anything that happens is bad. So this cop, technically, if this cop that just pulled up shoots and kills the driver, this cop would be liable because he created the exigency, and this cop saw him, and the death resulted because of this cop's actions. So that's where it gets, when you have different officers showing up at different times, every officer is acting on what they know, not necessarily what happened before they got there. Notice the cop stands up and kind of shuffles to the right as he's getting away. So, man, it's just...
Get in the car! Put your hands up!
He's not even pointing his gun for a second or two here.
Put your hands up!
Okay, so if you look at this one up top here, I'll go ahead and try to zoom in on that. The cop that was hurt and injured is walking around. He gets the woman out of the car. It looks like he's putting his gun away. Car moves again. Notice this guy isn't shooting. Notice this guy. Notice the other officer didn't jump in front of the car. Let me go back here. I want you to notice how the second officer handles when the car moves.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Don't move! Don't move!
So this guy's standing in the door, got his guns, opened the door, said don't move. Watch what happens when the car drives off. Gee, he's not shooting. I wonder why. Maybe because he didn't jump in front of the freaking car and can't yell, oh my God, he tried to pull me away. Maybe he can yell, oh, my belt got hooked on the door and he was trying to drag me, so I shot him. He doesn't. He steps away and he continues his challenge.
Get out! Get out!
She's like, can I get out?
Hold on.
Look at her. See, these people who are claiming they're getting shot by the cops all the time for no reason. This lady, I believe she's a black woman, gets out with her hands up, says, can I get out? Communicating with the cop, being cooperative. She's not thrown on the ground. She's not hit. He actually lets her huddle up on a car and stays with her while the situation is still being handled. Gee, I wonder why that happened, Rick. All we hear is white cops are beating up black people for no reason. Notice how he helps her to the ground and he protects her? Gee, I wonder if that's because of her behavior of being cooperative, keeping her hands up, and not being a threat. I wonder if that's why she's getting treated good. No, Rick. It's because the white cop's racist, and it's all the race is a problem. All right, whatever.
Suspect been shot.
She said he's got a gun.
Okay, now she says she's got a gun. Now this guy has new information. Remember, this guy showed up, rammed the car, and the only information he had was a cop in front shooting in a car. He doesn't know why the cop was shooting, whether he saw a gun or whatever. But now he knows, because this cop just relayed to him, she said he has a gun. Now he has more justification to shoot, but he doesn't.
Put your hand up! Put your hand up! Put your hand up! Put your left hand up! Put your left hand up!
Okay, when a guy's shot multiple times and he's bleeding out, maybe he can't lift his hand. I think the guy in a minute says, I think he's 10-7 or something to that effect, and I'm thinking that means he's dead, but they're not sure.
Put your left hand up!
Put your right leg forward. Turn around and do the hokey poke. Rick, you shouldn't be. Shut up, you big dummies. Freaking idiot cops out here shooting people.
Ow! Put your left hand up! Put your left hand up! Put your left hand up! Put your left hand up!
Here comes the looky-loo. Gee, somebody just got shot. There's cops running around screaming. I heard bullets. I got a good idea. Let me walk the hell over here and see what's going on. Are you freaking kidding me?
Sir! 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 Put your left hand up! Put your left hand up!
Oh, got to get the limp in here. Oh, my leg. And his leg may be hurt. You know why it's hurt? Because he jumped in front of a freaking moving vehicle. Who could predict that? Ray Charles could see that coming. Gee, my leg got hurt. Well, how did you get hurt, officer? Oh, that car ran me over. Really? Where were you? Well, I was on the side of the car, and then when he started moving, I jumped in front of it. Really? And you're so stupid you couldn't foresee that moving in front of a moving car might get you hurt? Yeah, I knew it would get me hurt, but it also justified me to where I could shoot at him and kill somebody and be a big guy. Because I'm government and I know I'd get protected, nothing's going to happen to me because I see cops do it all the time and nothing happens. Out freaking ranges.
He's over here. Secure the car. Shut the doors.
Are you kidding me? You got one guy at gunpoint over here. Somebody yelled, secure the doors. And these cops, instead of running to help him, go back to the police cars to secure the doors? What? I don't understand what happened here. Maybe somebody else knows what happened. If I pull up on a scene and I got one guy with a person in handcuffs and I got another guy over here, nobody's gone code 4, nobody said the situation is secure, everybody's in custody. I mean, this cop shows up and somebody told him to go secure the door, so he left. I'd be getting more guns over here so we can see his freaking hand and get this guy secure. You still have a threat here, supposedly. He's got a gun.
Give me one person.
Okay, that's pretty much it. They just yell at him and it kind of ends there. Hey, I Unjustified my book. It was created, the exigency and the emergency was created by the officer who was acting unreasonable. When a person jumps in front of a moving car, those actions are unreasonable. The courts are always saying civilians need to be reasonable in their actions. Cops need to be reasonable. Jumping in front of moving cars is not reasonable. And when you do things that aren't reasonable, you create circumstances and people die. That's called manslaughter. Oh man, bad shooting, people. Go ahead, beat me up in the comments. I don't care. You cops can come here and whine, well, you picking on the cops. You used to be a cop. You shouldn't. They're freaking wrong. That's why I'm saying it. And if you don't like it, tough. All right, we'll end that there.